Oh, it's fucking cold. I think I'm going to try to clean the lens. It's really cold out and the lens gets all steamed up. I mean, it's so funny to watch everybody coming out too with the weather crap, you know, fake snow, big fucking deal. Fake snow's been going on for 25, 30 years. I used to do videos about that way long ago. Everybody was. There was a lot of people. The snow that used to catch on fire. Now the new concoction that they mix up now doesn't even catch on fire. It just turns black. It like melts. It doesn't even melt. It just gobbles together like yeah, it turned solid and turned black from the carbon from the lighter from the experiments that I seen. I haven't tried it, but my neighbor actually picked some up in his yard one day when we were talking. And he's like, yeah, fucking fake snow. And he picked it up. It looks like styrofoam, you know? It's all over his driveway. It's all over the place. It's everywhere, right? But it does dissolve with water, obviously, because water molecules do dissolve it. But fire doesn't do the usual thing. It doesn't feel like snow. You know, my generation, we know what snow felt like. Nowadays, the kids, they don't go outside. The majority of them do not. And the ones that do go outside, let's say if a few of them might still be sled riding or doing some things like that once in a while, they don't have enough experience with snow to even know what the fuck it's supposed to be. Just like they don't know about the moon, they don't know about the trees, they don't know about any of this shit. everything that they do know, all the information, is just a bunch of lies. So we can't expect them to all of a sudden, when we all die off, when my generation dies off, that our children are going to just magically learn that they were lied to about everything. No, man, it's going to have to come from within. And then they've poisoned us. And when I say they, who is they? Been saying for a long time who they is. Everybody wants to know who they is. Everyone points the finger at them, and they get a hard time for being them. But what everybody needs to understand is we are they. They is us. We are them. And that's just simple and truthful and honest and easy to understand. But yet you shrug it off as some bullshit that's coming out of this dude's mouth. No, it's everything that's truthful sounds like it's bullshit to you. It's not. It's exactly what I'm telling you. I don't know this from a book that I read. I know it because I can see it all around me, just like all of you can. If you're going to use scientific logic to argue what I'm showing you, why? Why would you bother? Just go look. That's it. Go look. If you think you can make something else of it than what it is, by all means, bring it forward. You're going to feel silly. You're going to feel silly to yourself. I don't have to bash you. Once you start arguing with yourself after you see it, you're going to realize that you're arguing with your own eyes. Your brain is arguing with your eyes. Everything that I've ever heard, learned, thought, taught, programmed does not go align with what I see, right? so, so if you know that, then why are you still denying it? Why are you still arguing it out with yourself? Go look, spread the word, share the fucking videos, which I usually don't say in my videos, but you should be, because if you're not going to take it amongst yourselves to take off with what it is I'm showing you, because anybody could have. Over the last 8 years, there are a lot of big channels that could have taken what it is I'm showing them and they could have taken off with it. And they would have been the only one, the first ones. Yes, they probably would have been killed off a lot quicker than I will be because I'm a nobody. I get to survive this a little bit longer. If I was a somebody or an anybody, then no, I wouldn't get away with it. But I'm easy to squash. I'm easy to get rid of. I'm easy to get out of the way, right? But anybody else, these people out there, all the people that I called out, they had thousands, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, millions of subscribers and viewers, right? So none of them chose, come on, think about this. None of them decided to even rank me out. None of them said, hey, some fucking idiot made 100 part series to me. Look at this fucking fool. He thinks he can see the true creator. He's claiming that we all can see it if we just look. What an idiot, right? Nothing like that. Because they can't. They cannot show it. They cannot talk about it. They cannot even go against it. That's why when they used to come in and try to argue, anybody that, even if, because it was usually their fans, rarely did a real YouTube star come in to argue with me, right? They would come in, say a few things, because there was a few that did come in on their own and say shit. And they came in under their own names and that kind of shit. Um, Matt from Quantum of Conscience was one of them. A few brief messages. There's a few of them. I'm trying to think of the other channel names. Dell from Beyond the Imaginary Curve came in under his Facebook account or some shit back then and said a few things. If it was really him, it seemed like it was him. Dell's short and sweet type of guy. So it seemed like it was really legitimately him. And he didn't come in under his channel name, he came in under his own name. Um, but any one of them, as far as I know, anyways, I mean, I haven't kept track, but as far as I know, none of them have come forward and shared with all of you what it is I'm sharing with you. That makes it very suspicious to me, right? Candace Owens, I made a series too, and a lot of big time Clayton Morris, um, some big physicists and scientists and doctors and um, people, just people that I liked, people that I thought I liked, right? I would show them, make a series to them, 100 to 250, 300 part series, whatever. And then I would totally get fucked with the whole time I was making the series. I get fucked with at the end. It was all a big fuck show. Everything. And here I am still fucking doing it. So when I'm not able to show this to anybody online because everyone refuses to look, don't think that's where it ends with me. I go back to the streets. I show this to everybody I see, meet, hear, talk to, whatever. Anybody that I come across, I get this into them. And they run away. Everybody runs away. I got to admit that. Not too many people have even dared to look. If they are, they're not telling me that they're looking. Rich, poor, educated, uneducated, it doesn't matter. Everybody has a right to see it. We can all see it. So we're doing away with automobiles. We're pretending that we're going over to electric cars, but we're not. They're sabotaging themselves left and right. Every corporation, every company you know of is all sabotaging themselves purposely. They're falling on their swords as this all goes down. This has been happening for 30, 40, 50 years, whatever it's been, right? Every paper factory, every steel factory, everybody's all left the country as far as companies go. They don't, we're done. We're done. And it's not just our country. Again, I keep saying this every video. It's the entire earth over. It's every country. They're all in on it together. Not not the people, not the humans in a sense, because see what happens is we're all programmed by our programming, whether it's books, television, internet. Nowadays, it's all internet for everybody. So, as we're all programmed, they read the programming, see how smart we are. If we're intelligent enough to pretend and go along with everything and pretend that we believe everything that we see, hear, thought, taught, programmed, then we're all set. They'll kill us off as they want. They'll bring up and down the population as they want. They can do what they want with the food. They can do what they want with the water. Um, Nothing has been based on reality. We can go round and round for days, hours talking about it all. 3 meals a day. Why are we eating 3 meals a day? Because we were programmed to. That's why. Why do we eat shit food? Because we were programmed to. Even the good food, we were programmed to eating what we now consider good food. Is it really good food? We don't know that. Feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast are the images that the true creator shows us. Those are the faces that we see. Everything after the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast was derived by humans. Human influence derives all the other creatures we see in our regular life, right? Right? That's why it's so important to understand to see it, to see the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast faces only, and have an appreciation for what it is we can see for ourselves rather than what we're being told. Because everything we're being told is a lie. Everything we're shown on television, internet is a lie, including what I'm showing you right now should not even be taken as anything other than a lie up until you go and look for yourselves, until you get your own fucking telescope and your own cameras. And it's easy enough to do. This is a $10 telescope with a $35 camera. This takes nothing. Sometimes I put filters on here. I'm not even cleaning the fucking lens because I'm just disgusted. Fucking bullshit, man. It's just bullshit. You can see the faces in the moon all through the fucking moon. That's why I do 360s on the telescope with the camera. I explain it all the time. I explained it in all my past videos. I am explaining to you about cropping, cropping with the light, cropping with the shadows, lights and shadows, lights and shadows. In the true creator's work, there is no up, down, left, right, backward, forward, in and out. Keep that in mind as you're going through. I'm giving you these little tips of the trade, and still nothing, man. 8 fucking years and nobody's looking yet. All distracted by bullshit stories, man. Transmissions and yeah, transmissions. That was last year's and the year before's big thing was transmissions. Can't say the word anymore, but transmissions, unbelievable, man. They fuck with our food, right? Fuck with our heavy metal and mineral balance. Fuck with everything. And who is they? They is us. They is we. We do it. Because I'll tell you what, we're the ones feeding our kids this shit. We're the ones that putting this shit down our own throats. Know nothing. And then the most that anybody wants to do is talk about fasting, right? And fasting is a good thing. It's a good thing, but for the wrong reasons. It's a good thing for the wrong reasons. Um, rather than a spiritual journey, why don't we look at it this way? Heavy metals and minerals. Our bodies are electrical before they're bio. Yet we all treat them as bio. We don't treat our bodies as electrical at all, really, for that matter. Our neurological system is the closest we get to talking about the electrical aspects of the human body, and yet everything in our body is electrical and based on electrical. So of course you pull in all too many heavy metals and minerals, the wrong ones, wrong chemicals, and then your liver soaks them up, sees them, right? So then your liver gets compacted, and then the liver spills over into the gallbladder, and then you have your gallbladder removed by a surgeon, and all this shit goes on with all of us. It's so fucking ridiculous, and we are all in such denial about it all. Purposeful denial. That's the part that gets me. Being in denial, when I used to think that it was just being in denial, I could handle it a little better than now, where now it's just so disgusted because I know that you're all lying to me and you're lying to yourselves, you're lying to each other. So it gets a little disgusting. And it's purposeful, it's intentional lying. Because if someone's showing it to you and you're refusing to look, then that means you're a liar and you want to continue on with the lies. Maybe you made a lot of money and you're comfortable in your lives. But I stress, think about your kids. I know that sounds overdone, but think about the kids. We haven't, up till now, we haven't thought about the kids. We've been programmed to be concerned with our children, but for some reason, we're okay with poisoning them, dumbing them down, making them intelligent, I guess I should say, sending them to school and college and every other fucking thing, and making them so smart, right, that they're going to argue with me, who's got thousands of videos of chemtrails all over the sky, but yet I'm not allowed to call them chemtrails. Got to call them condensation trails, right? You can't call it geoengineering. You got to call it condensation trails. You can't call it cloud seeding. You got to call it condensation trails. I left off in the first video talking about the Dior bags because you can't say drones anymore. So the Dior bags, they were not causing the fog. That's not what was causing the fog. That's just the space alien invasion bullshit is what that mostly has to do with those drones. They're doing light shows to bring on the space alien invasion. Oh, I wanted to make this prediction today too before I end this video. All right, so they're playing out the revelations. So what they're gonna do right now, guarantee you they're going to do this too. And sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right, but I like to be patted on the back, at least by myself, when it turns out that I'm right about something. Everybody jumps on the bandwagon to rank me out when I'm wrong about shit. But even when I'm wrong, I'm still right. I made predictions about Obama that people wrote in and said, oh, yeah, well, see, look what you said. You spoke too soon. And all. Not really, because Obama's still in charge. He's still in charge. And what I was saying back then was that Obama's not going to leave the White House. He's still going to be in charge. And he is. He actually is. But people don't want to admit that. They want, oh, no, we had Trump and then we had Biden. Now we got Trump again. Yeah, I understand that. But the point is that Obama's still in charge. Obama's still in charge of that half of his own lies that side of the story because all sides are working together, right? So now with Trump, so I made some predictions about Trump. Not my predictions. Some of them are coming from the Freemasons themselves, right? For example, Trump is the final trumpet that they talked about in the Bible. They made video games, they made board games, all talking about this, and um, we're no longer going to be. Trump's going to be the final president. He's going to be the last president. Okay, well then it comes into the Revelation shit where they also put it out there and let you know that he's going to be pew pewed, right, in some form or fashion, right? So we went through a lot of shit, me arguing with people left and right about when they supposedly shot him already. They supposedly pew pewed Donald Trump. No, they did not. There was no evidence of that yet. It was on the front of the paper. It was on the fucking news every night. Oh my God, he got shot. And I'd have to take people aside and try to calm them down and say, wait a minute. Okay, tell me. So he died? So did they kill him? Well, no, they didn't kill him. Luckily, thank goodness they didn't kill him. Okay, well, did they, blow his shoulder off, blow his knee off, hit him in his balls? Where did they shoot him? No, you didn't hear about it? They shot him in the ear. Oh, really? Because I just saw him yesterday and he just had a little piece of tape on his ear. It didn't even look like it was anything wrong. Well, it happened like a week or two ago. Okay, well then, you can look at today's news and he don't have no Band-Aid on there at all, and it don't look like anything happened. I mean, I've had mosquito bites or pimples on my ear that look worse, and I don't see nothing at all. Oh yeah, that's because plastic surgeons took care. Are you guys really serious? You're too afraid to admit that that was a hoax. You're too afraid to admit to yourself that that was a bullshit story that they had set up. I guess so. And it was a good thing because now everybody's ready for it again. They're all ready for it. And what are they going to get? They're going to do some fake shit. And it's going to be as easy as this. Donald got pew pewed. And for so many seconds. It's only going to be seconds. It don't have to be minutes. Don't have to be days. They don't have to bring him back from the dead for a month later or 2 months later when he's ready to sign in on the inauguration day. No, no. All they got to do is make up some bullshit story that someone pew pewed. Donald went down, and then while he was in the ambulance, or while he was in the hospital, or while he was at home, he had so many seconds of no pulse. No pulse. Donald got no pulse. And they're going to post it in every paper and every news channel, everything. Donald's gone. Donald's gone. Then the next day or a couple days later, they're going to say, well, for national security, we just had to tell you that, but he's back. He's back from the dead because you can't stop the Don. You can't stop the Don. You know what I mean? It's so fucking gay. It's the fucking gayest shit I ever seen, but yet we're all doing it. And we're going along with this shit. It's unfucking believable. And you all know what I'm saying is true. You know that this is what they're going to do. Oh my God. And then they're now supposedly going to bring back a bunch of other people because they're opening the porthole from in CERN. CERN has opened the portal, so they're going to bring back John F. Kennedy Jr. They're going to bring back, uh, I'm trying to think of the ones who already aged out. JFK, John F. Kennedy, he's not going to come back because he's too old. He probably really did die by now, right? They're not keeping him alive still. He would have to be whatever. Well, maybe he did make it to 90 something years old or something. Um, but the other ones, all the singers and the girl Pepper from Salt and Pepper or whatever the fuck her name was, she supposedly died. You had the football star who did a murder and then died, and then you had all these other and committed suicide and all this. So all these people that we don't really know that they're really gone. We don't really know. Um, what's his name? The petty that just went down and got killed in the jail cell. We don't really know that he died. We don't know any of these things. A matter of fact, it's more likely that he did not die. It's more likely that none of them died. All the famous Prince. So what if they bring back on stage, and all of a sudden one day when Trump gets his fake ass pew pew, And then they bring everybody up on stage. What are you all going to do? Oh my God, Jesus is here and he saved us all. And CERN opened the portal to the space aliens. So we all now have to go on digital currency. You'll be a bigger fucking slave. Your children will be bigger slaves than you were. And we're going to go to a digital currency system now. We're going to, most of the people, most of the population will be gone because it'll be, the whole thing of everybody becoming homeless at once. Every country is all homeless, going homeless now. What do you think that's going to do? It's not about prosper and 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 coming out of this cloud of fucking lies that we all live by. That's for sure. It's going to be about deception and lies, and the whole thing was thousands of years of them. And there's a few thousand maybe all over the earth that are supposedly waking up right now, but they're waking up to more lies. Oh, the fog. Yeah, the fog's always been doing that shit, man. The fog's always been carrying those particles. We've been telling you about it for years. So now, because a couple thousand more people, no, no, no. They're just making a list and checking it twice. Whoever comes out and makes videos about it who's not on their side and being a deceiver, like let's say Alex Jones or any politicians or whatever, the politicians and the entertainers and shit like that. They're all purposely lying, but they don't know what they're lying about. They don't know what it is I'm showing you right here, right in front of your fucking face right now. I can see it in the camera. I know you can all see it. I know you can all see it. A lot of times when I'm talking to the camera, I keep finding myself apologizing to everybody because I'm such a dick and you can hear the anger in my voice, but nah, there's no sense in apologizing anymore. You all know what you're doing. You're all doing this intentionally. And I have no choice but to sit back and fucking watch it. Nothing I can do. I can just keep throwing it in your faces and try to get you to wake up for real, a real wake up, not this bullshit story wake up where you just wake up to new lies.